Hello sports fans, this is Stephen Hill for JustMyPicks.com, and I bring you a special week 4 breakdown between the Seattle Seahawks traveling to take on the Houston Texans. As we saw last week with that Ray Lewis ceremony in Baltimore, they were having no part of the Houston Texans winning that football game. They came out and were passionate. In the second quarter, Matt Schaub really caused that chain of events where he threw the interception, then the punt return. All those things, the pick six, the punt return, and just the lackadaisical offense that the Houston Texans brought to the table really accumulated and really hurt them in the long run. Also, coming into this game, you have a locked and loaded Seattle Seahawks team who has dominated almost every single team except the Carolina Panthers that came into this football season. So, looking at them having win against the Jaguars, looking at them have dominating the 49ers, you look at this game being one of those tricky games because they won't be at Quest Field, because they won't have that 12th man advantage where all the fans making noise and things like that. Can the Seattle Seahawks really get this job done? This is going to be a very, very intriguing football game because Pete Carroll versus Gary Kubiak, two of the good head coaches in the NFL. A lot of the schemes that Pete Carroll and that defense want to do will be played and put on a forefront, but you do have Andre Johnson. He isn't 100% healthy, but if he can go, he creates problems and mismatches for certain teams. But the big question is, can Richard Sherman and that Legion of Boom stop this offense with Arian Foster, Ben Tate, and Owen Daniels in that zone running scheme? Can Matt Schaub hold on to the ball and not make mistakes and not turn over the ball and help them be productive? It's just so many question marks on this team for the Houston Texans. Also, you have J.J. Watt on the defensive side of the ball. That defense looked tired last week. They was on the field so many times, and the offense didn't really produce as it usually does. So that's why the Houston Texans looked a little gassed in that football game. But from a standpoint of knowing their personnel, the Seattle Seahawks look like they're fired up and ready to go. Having Marshawn Lynch, having Sidney Rice, having Golden Tate, having some of these players, and also having Russell Wilson. A lot of people don't give him his credit. Right now, he is looking like the best quarterback out of that draft of last year. You had Andrew Luck, who is looking solid, but Russell's playing better than an RG3 who... God help RG3. I hope his knee gets better. I hope that he sits out a couple of games because you don't want that knee injury wrecking his career. But Russell Wilson, we have to give him his props. Even better than Ryan Tannehill down there in Miami. He is looking like the best quarterback out of this whole quadruple draft that they had, where 4 quarterbacks looking like potentially franchise quarterbacks. So I'm looking for the Seattle Seahawks to win this football game. The Texans may come back and bite me in this one for not picking them, but I'm picking them because they have looked dominant throughout so many of their football games. They have done offense, defense, and special teams to a certain point and really showed me and impressed me with their play. And it's more than just one person. A lot of these teams that you see that are hot right now have either Megatron being the hot person or either somebody like an Adrian Peterson who can go off at any point in time. But in this football game, I'm relying on the Seattle Seahawks defense. With those defensive players coming back this week, it's going to be a lot of excitement. It's going to be a lot of things that you're going to see from the Seattle Seahawks. You're going to see that pass rush that we've been missing for all these weeks, that they really can get to them with their starters. Even though the defensive players got to them and made it very good at a certain point in time, you're going to see a lot of good football on this Sunday. So I'm picking Seattle Seahawks to win this football game. I want to say it's going to be a close game, but something tells me that they're going to put the rollers on this thing and push this cart right down the hill. That is the Houston Texans. So I'm picking the Seattle Seahawks to beat the Houston Texans big time, and I'm also choosing that this Legion of Boom is going to really make a statement and intercept Matt Schaub and shut down Andre Johnson. So what do you guys think? Do you think I'm wrong saying the Legion of Boom is going to really step up and do their thing like they normally done? Richard Sherman and those safeties and those cornerbacks, or will the Houston Texans prove me wrong and win this game? Check me out at JustMyPicks.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at JustMyPicksTV. You can also check me out on YouTube.com/JustMyPicksTV. Also, check out our Facebook page so you can debate me and all the great sports fans in our group. That's Facebook.com/JustMyPicksTV. Thank you very much for choosing Just My Picks. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please share and comment on our videos. Thank you.